much but never love the feeling. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me?
to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I've been slave. Yeah, rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do enough to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to run my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mom's ain't really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm a slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do enough to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mom's ain't really not tame. I'm never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside that taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down.
Well, everyone. It has been a long week and a half, but we are back with the Irish Championships. This time, Qualifier 2, we are in the final, where we just witnessed what I'd like to call a major upset, where Cork and DePaul has just bet the team I'm just going to refer to as Alpha, because I'm not reading all of that out, where they will face STS in the final. I'm No Nose Nova, and I will be casting this final by myself today because someone or some team managed to let D-Lynch get into the final against all odds. So this will be best of 7, sort of, where STS have a game advantage as they managed to make their way through the upper bracket without dropping a series. So for them to claim their 23 points for winning, which is what you get, I'll explain that in a moment. They only have to win 3 matches. And meanwhile, if Cork and DePaul want to pull off an upset, they will have to win 4. And just a quick reminder, in case you haven't been paying attention, on STS we have Shane, Tomster, and Shark. Meanwhile, on Cork and DePaul, we have D-Lynch, Pavilion, and Simon. So it's usually I'd cut to someone ask, well, what do you think's going to happen in this series? But I'm casting by myself today, so I'm just going to give my own prediction. I do think this is going to be a sweep. I think there's the chance of it being a perfect sweep, but knowing Tomster, I just think the lads are going to mess about in one of the games just a bit, and they might concede a goal or two that they otherwise wouldn't concede. So hopefully this match will start in just a moment, but for now, we are waiting, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, how the qualifier works anyways is that for finishing first, you'll get 23 points, and second place will get 18. And, we're starting now. Basically, over the 5 qualifiers, the top 6 teams will qualify for the finals, where the winners will get themselves €105. So even though it's a second qualifier, it's important that the teams do start off quite well in these first 2. And, well, Shane or STS, they have not played one yet. Or this is their first one. So they'll be wanting to win this to start off strong, but D-Lynch, he's put Cork and DePaul in the lead. Good demo from him, and then Shane, he's just completely missed the ball. Driving around it. Bit confused what he's at, but look, 1-0 alright. My prediction already out the window of a perfect sweep. But there's still 4.5 minutes for STS to get, well, more than 1 goal back, you'd presume. Although we've seen crazier things in previous RLI events. Even if you look at the 1v1 tournament, D-Lynch himself managing to take Shark to the final game. Like I said, 4 minutes to go, and that's a good block from Shane. Maybe he can think about doing something as he 50s it with Pavilion. And Shark, he's up yesterday for that ball. Very, very good equaliser, very convincing. Shane, he just gets the better of Pavilion. And even though there's 3 players on the defense there, he slots it perfectly into the center of the goal. 1-1. And here go the players once more. I'm questioning what would be the play style of Cork and DePaul this match. Are they gonna possibly sit back much more, or are they going to push it? Like that's what got them their first goal. They're playing quite aggressive. And yes, it did come from the back of a mistake. Pav get back to that. No, he doesn't. And Tomster puts STS in the lead. Dealinch maybe just a bit too heavy of a touch, and Simon can't quite get the bump. Very, very big commit, especially when you're playing a team of STS's quality. But they can't let that get to their heads. They need to just focus, wait for another mistake, because if the first 30 seconds are anything to indicate, there will surely be more of those to come. Pavilion knocks upfield, and Simon, maybe he'll find that one. Shane on 0 boost, but does manage to get back to it. Shark. A bit slow to it, but Pavilion gives him all the time in the world. And he still finds himself under control under this back end of the pitch, and he's just pushed it back end or past everyone. Surprised it didn't lead to a goal, but maybe they can think of a counter-attack here, according to Paul, or maybe Tomster can just 50 it. He'll drop off the backboard, and a 2-goal lead, 3-1 to STS. It's another one of those 50s. Simon this time caught out where you'd think that, again, you can't take your time against this team. You need to be thinking about playing it fast. If you're going to control the ball, you need to be doing it when you know there's that space to play with. Because STS, they're just going to close you down. They have that quality. They know that well, no disrespect to Cork and the ball, but they know that they are, on paper, the better team. As Tomster, lovely ball in the Shark, and I think they're just showing why that statement I made is true. Even though Simon, he gets a good 50, you'd expect that's completely fine. Tomster's just waiting there, almost expecting it. And a perfect pass into Shark means he has everywhere in the goal to aim for. Still half the match to go. A 3-goal lead is safe, but not... It's not a free win. Not yet, at least. We'll see if this will end up a cricket score or not. This Shark has loads of boost in the tank. Does manage to beat 1, and Pavilion will just control this. Not on a lot of boost, and Tomster just takes him out of the play. Oh, good response by Simon though, and Dealinch almost beats Shark, which we won't hear the end of if he managed to. Here comes the counter. Simon, good 50. And Tomster just playing a bit slow, knows there's no rush on this. There is a 3-goal lead. And completely baits out Simon, and Shark, he can think of making it their 5th. But no, Tomster, just a bit of a double commit, but sure, it wouldn't be Tomster if he didn't go for one. And it's onto their backboard. Not a lot of chances ever since that first goal for Cork and DePaul. Maybe they'd have to be just thinking about playing boomer ball where they can and sending a man upfield. Just playing those long balls and hope someone can get onto it. Because for now, it feels like any time they try to produce something, it ends right back up with an STS player. And that bump is just another example of them just playing a bit too slow. And very close from Shark to what would be quite an impressive goal to me. But to him, it would probably just be another day in the office. 45 seconds to go. Shark just playing it downfield, and that one might just be an own goal. Doesn't have to be. Hits off the post, and Shane is there saying thank you very much. Questionable from Dealinch is all I'm going to say about that. But Shane, we know how good he is. He's never, ever going to miss a chance that easy. And you think that's game 1 in the bag. 2-0 to STS already. If you weren't here for the start, as I said earlier, STS, they are already a game up on Cork and DePaul in this best of 7 as they managed to make their way through the upper bracket without losing a series. So if they win this one, which unless a divine miracle or divine intervention, if you would, comes into play, I presume they only need 2 more games to win the series. This Pav, he's at least looking to get a goal to take into the next one. Those goals can mean a lot for the motivation and the mentals In the end, Shane almost getting a sixth, but just kept out. And Simon, does he want one? He does, but unfortunately, does hit the floor. And game one goes to STS. 5-1 scoreline, quite a big one. Dealinch got more points in the first 30 seconds of that game than he did in the next 4 minutes 30. Just wanted to bring to your attention some of those important stats about how the players are performing. So hopefully we'll see something closer. But the last 4.5 minutes of that game did not indicate much hope for me. Regardless, Cork and DePaul, they do need to hold their heads high and just think about, well, hopefully just getting a few more of those opportunities where Shane decides not to hit the ball. But game two starts off how most of game one was, the ball in that orange half. It's Dealinch trying to beat Shark to it. That's very optimistic, especially when you look at the positioning of the Cork and DePaul team. Tomster just has an open net, and you look at them, Simon, Pavilion, Dealinch, they're all playing. Well, Dealinch is going for the ball, but the other two lads, they're playing that Dealinch touch. And Shark, he was just up much quicker for it. Very, very confident, but bit overconfident at that. And that might just be 2-0. Simon missing the ball, but no one there to capitalise on it. Oh, and that one drops. Double commits coming out left, right, and centre for Cork and DePaul. I think they'll just be hoping they can hold on to this 1-0 lead, or 1-0 deficit even, for as long as they can, and look for a mistake from the other team to make it 1-1. But instead, Shane is here to double that lead. It's a good save from Pavilion, we have to give him that, but there's no one there for the follow-up. Dealinch on the backboard hoping, and someone puts it top corner, but it just doesn't come to that. We do see the kickoff strats, to be fair. Pavilion not quite getting what he probably would have hoped for, but still early doors. And just Dealinch, oh, he just has an open net. And it's these mistakes that they are going to need to rely on if they want any chance at taking a game, let alone the series. I'm going to take a guess and say that Tomster and whoever else was back, I'm going to be honest, I've completely forgot. But I'm going to presume those two players just saw Simon in the corner of their eyes and presumed he was going to take the shot. But no, Dealinch, he'll be saying thank you very much. He has his second goal in the series and puts Cork and DePaul back within reach. For now, however, here comes Tomster, some more blue domination that we've been used to for majority of this series. As that one goes back post, Shane just up sleeve and Tomster double committing with him just a bit. Simon pre-jumping that, he does win it, to be fair. Tomster up slowly to that ball, but does beat Pavilion. And it's those types of IS-50s that they need to be up quicker to. Those opportunities aren't going to present themselves often. So that's, I think, the big thing, that they are making mistakes, STS, and we need to see Cork and DePaul capitalise on that. Like, grasp it with both hands and not let go. They're doing much better than they are last match, and still 3 minutes to go. It is anyone's game, to be fair. It hasn't been as convincing from STS. So here comes Shane. And Shark looking for that angle. It seemed impossible, but he almost found it. Dealinch passing out to Pavilion. Simon looking to go for a bump, I felt, as Pavilion carried the ball. Didn't work out, however, and here comes Tomster. Dealinch managing to get to that. Good ball midfield, but nothing coming from it. It's Tomster. Oh, Shark, he's up for that quickly, but Dealinch is up quicker. Simon going for the bump, just doesn't get it, and that was almost an own goal. And STS, they're looking as shaky as they have in this series, but still hold that 1-goal lead, which is all they'll care about. Dealinch, oh, he's playing the high bounce, and it just doesn't go there, and Tomster not converting that. and Shark not even committing to it. Look, it hasn't been convenient. Simon has managed to equalise. And, oh, what has happened there? Tomster has just set it up on a plate for him. Simon, he hasn't even scored the initial one. It's an open net. But he has so much time on the ball that he can just convert the follow-up. And it's 2-2 all of a sudden. And really, I'd start questioning STS if they're going to hold on to the series. They've just dropped a 2-goal lead. Oftentimes the most dangerous. And Simon, oh my word, that was a filthy pass. Deserved a goal at the end of it. But Tomster is there to deny. And Shark on 0 boost rightfully leaves it for Tomster. But the boost game isn't looking great. And here comes D-Lynch. Clearance is only as far as Pavilion, who has to put it low, as Shark was looking for that block if he sent it high. And Tomster risking it there, but it does work out in his favour as he manages to keep possession. And Shane just booming it downfield. They did need that kind of ball. Oh, and Shark has caught Pavilion out there. Pavilion just deciding to go for the boost in the corner before the ball, and it's a story, it's a tale we've seen many, many times. Player going for boost over the ball, it bounces off their corner, and then it just puts them in an awkward spot. And STS have regained their lead, and they've deserved it, but Simon, no, he has not converted it. Hit the bar, it's an awkward one, that one. One that I feel like many of us would miss, but you'd have to be thinking that you'd need better there. That those chances, like I was saying earlier, they are not going to present themselves often. Yet they still push, and D-Lynch plays it to Simon. Shark quick to jump in front of it. Ball made from D-Lynch, it's behind Pavilion, so Simon has to cut rotation on 0 boost. And it's looking grim for them, to say the least, as D-Lynch misses it and Tomster slots it into the top left corner. Surely that is game 2. And surely that is trio to STS as they see quadruple. Regardless, they are on series point. And they'll just knock it back into that corner just to confirm their victory. It was a lot shakier from them this game, too, admittedly. There was a lot more gaps, a lot more flaws, and that one easily could have been 3-3 had, well, I think all the players have had their moments there in the last minute where just something went wrong for them. However, they need to not focus on, as I've said before, not focus on the negatives and just try and keep in mind of all the positives right now that they can know going into this game 3. That STS, they are making mistakes. They're not flawless. But for now, they do also need to show themselves that they can grasp those mistakes and they can take advantage of them. Game 3, getting underway. So here comes Shark against D-Lynch. D-Lynch does win it, to be fair. Shane just playing a bit slow. And Pavilion, good win there. Forces 2 to commit. But D-Lynch on his goal line with not a lot of boosts. That one just gets pinched across. A bit strong from Tomster. Not really ever going to be a pass that achieves much when you're pinching it across your opposition's net. But again, starting the same way we started game 2, with the ball being stuck in that orange half. Oh, and that's just an open net. All the 3 blue players further forward than the orange players. And Sharky has an open net there, and it's just, it's so confusing. Simon Pavilion both committing to that. D-Lynch expecting one of them to win it. And that's always going to lead to a counter-attack. It's just the simple mistakes like that. You can't be making those against a team of STS's quality. But still, another 4 minutes, 20 seconds. STS, like I said before, do make mistakes. But how can they capitalize? Well, it's going to be a bit tough to capitalise when Simon is making a mistake like that. It's just poor touch. It's more so that he's missed a flick there. Stark has an open net as a result, and 2-0. It's not over yet. We saw it last game. 2-0 leads are the most dangerous. But they're going to have to get one on the scoreboard themselves soon if Cork and DePaul have any chance of getting back into this one. So here comes Pavilion, low on boost, but good control of the ball. 50s it well for Simon as he looks for a bump, but nothing really comes of it. Dealing, oh, that's an awkward touch, but he does well to avoid the demo. And beats all three players as well. So, Cork and DePaul stay in possession, but all three of them just clustered around each other. And yet, Pavilion take a bow with that one. Great goal from him, just takes it over Shane. And then he's completely taken out Shark. He's demoed him out of the play. And he's shed a bit of light on the situation for Cork and DePaul. Still one more needed, but yet again, they are showing that there are those opportunities, and maybe that's just the equaliser. Tomster does catch it on his own goal line, though. But it's much, much better from Cork and DePaul in these last 30 seconds. So here comes Shark. Simon does well to 50 him and dealing, chasing that ball down. Drops off the ceiling. Tomster first to read it down again. We're seeing this over and over again, where Cork and DePaul are sending a lot of players. Possibly a bit too much confidence. I do know they are chasing this game, but they do need to realise that being in a 1-goal deficit, it's not the end of the world when there's another 3 minutes remaining. Stealing, that's a great boom, and Simon just intercepted by Tomster. That one falls for Pavilion. Looking for the top corner. Shark says thank you very much. Easy enough for him to save that. And Simon almost knocking it past his own teammate. Dealing just manages to get out of that play in the nick of time. As Pavilion has possession now. Shark completely reading his idea. Demo coming out. It's bouncing around on the goal line. And that one hits off the post. And off the post again. Of how these chances are not getting converted. I'm not sure, but you know, SCS, they've had a few of these over the last 2 games where they should have put these chances to bed. And it's almost come back to bite them. But for now, they will just be looking at that 1-goal lead and thinking of protecting it. Pavilion leaves it for Dylan, or Simon, my bad. Simon, no, won't get ahead of myself. And yet again, Simon is the one to equalise it. Lovely 50 from Pav. And Tomster and Shark, they're just not expecting it. It's caught them completely by surprise. And yet again, for 2 games in a row, we've seen a 2-goal deficit overturned. But this time, well, Cork and DePaul, they have to take the lead. So as we saw in last game, it eventually just went 3-2 down, and they'll go 3-2 down again. Shark slotting it into that bottom left. Good 50 from Tomster, and Shane, he beats both... he beats both Simon and Dylan. And it's simple mistakes, those double commits, that unfortunately separate the 2 sides. But there's still another 1 minute 40. Dylan, strong 50 there. Tomster just going to take it onto his own backboard. 100 in the tank. Tries passing it to Shark. Instead, Pavilion almost does them a favour, it seems. It's Shark looking for the beat again. Shane and Tomster both up for that, which gives just a bit of chance, bit of time rather, for Cork and DePaul to regroup and think about attacking. Dylan just can't get it from the ceiling. Those mechanical plays, they're always going to be a bit tough when a team of STS's quality is against you, as they're going to be almost pixel perfect when it comes to defending. Meanwhile, Simon double committing with Pavilion leaves him in an awkward spot. 50 seconds separates this game from a game 4 or a series win for STS. Will we see one more goal in this? As Dylan puts onto the backboard, Simon's demoed, but Shark is back for it before Pavilion, and that's an open net, or at least it seems that way. Dylan's on 0 boost is played across the box. Tomster just trying to draw out as much time as he can. 25 seconds. It's pinch midfield Shark. He's got a lot of boost in the tank. He's going to look for the double. That's an open net for Shane. And with 20 seconds to go, they make it 4-2. Surely, that's not only game 3, but that is the series for STS. Pavilion, he gets so close to that. But unfortunately, just out of his reach. They're going to need something here to go their way. Simon flicks at midfield. Pavilion, he's there, but he's on 0 boost. And Tomster, is he going to fake that when he is? Shane. Taihu's faking it out for Shark as well for a second there. Simon. Oh, I was hoping someone would get onto the end of that deal into Pavilion, but unfortunately not. And that is it. STS sweep Cork and DePaul to win the finals of ICS Qualifier 2. That secures them 23 points for winning it, while Cork and DePaul will go home with still a respectable 18 points for themselves, especially that they won. They managed to win some points last qualifier a week and a half ago as well. I think they can look at themselves proudly and say, you know what, we got to that final. We managed to upset Alpha, and they're looking like they're in a good spot to make those finals. Which, just a reminder, the winners get €105 for. And that's not to say if you just for qualifying, you've immediately got yourself €30 at least in the bag. But for now, the teams are going to have to focus on still winning or at least competing well in these remaining 3 qualifiers, because the longer these qualifiers go on, the more points that finishing in those higher spots is worth. But for now, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. The next qualifier is in fact, I'm going to have to tell you myself. It is Friday, the 7th of June. So you've got a bit of time, another week and a half if you're thinking of signing up for that. Just go find yourself a team or compete with the team you've already been competing with. So that's that. A very strong performance from STS, and Cork and DePaul could have done better, but they can look at themselves happily tonight and say they made it to a final. So that's all for now, folks, but we will be back in a moment with one more announcement that I'm sure many of you have been waiting for.
And welcome back. Yep, bit of a different voice on stream for once. Normally I'm behind the scenes, so yep, this is we're bringing out the big guns for this announcement. It's one that everybody's been waiting for quite a while, and yep, it's some of you might have seen the little of a teaser from eJam yesterday. But yeah, we're happy to announce that we are heading back to Newry on July 13th. So, yep, LAN is back. So make sure you get your teammates sorted soon. And yep, we're going to be opening up the our normal LFT channels. People can find their teammates. Everybody can get prepared again, and hopefully Dealunch does not win in the end, and then everybody can be happy.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah, that's any thoughts? Who's excited?
You
Hopefully
know,
everybody.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things from the Newry lands. I'm only new here. The Cork one was my first, so I'm
um,
looking forward to it, to say the least.
yeah, the PCs are good. The venue is just good in general. It's the middle of a shopping center as well, so it helps if people want to run out for something quick. But besides that, it's always a good venue. Always goes down well on the day, and yeah, just elbows us again. But otherwise, we'll have a rest in peace in the chat of some fight for CK. He might be our virtual admin on the day through FaceTime, but besides that, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good
hopefully
time
another
indeed.
fantastic event. It's actually going to be my first Newry LAN. My only LAN experience is or has been Cork so far, so yeah, it's going to be a fun one for me as well.
Yeah, same here. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so hopefully a lot of new faces this year. We'll release more information quite shortly. Keep an eye out on announcements for that. But yeah, big shout out to eJam for sponsoring this event. So thanks a lot to him, and yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody in Newry again on July 13th. So yeah,
Woo.
thanks again for a great stream, guys, and have a good night.
Your pleasure. Your pleasure, Roy.